Everything recording? I just watched Wild Robot with my family, and, well, I have some problems with this story.
Ready to receive my first task.
While my kids and wife seem to enjoy it, there's definitely some great stuff in this movie. The acting and art really stand out. Something about it really bugged me. Wild Robot's kind of a WALL-E prequel. It tells the story of a sophisticated robot built to serve human commands, a slave robot, you could say, who accidentally ends up stranded in a pristine forest. He's forced to learn the ways of the animals to survive, and let me tell you, the adaptive technology of this robot is pretty remarkable. I mean, he's able to understand and talk to animals within a day. In the process of learning these skills and being chased by a bear, he accidentally falls on a goose nest and kills a family of birds. But one lucky egg survives. But who knows? Maybe the ones that died are the lucky ones because they don't have to go through the trauma that's about to unfold. The robot feels bad and takes on the role of a pseudo-adopted parent to the lone goose, raising the very duckling he orphaned from hatchling to leader of the geese. The bird never really fits in with other birds because, well, he was raised by a robot and thinks doing silly robot things are cool. But obviously to other birds, it's not. But he is super smart and learns to fly at a young age, with the help of a hawk, and gets to be a part of that year's migration. And it's a good thing too, because the migration crashes into some vertical farm in San Francisco and this bird is able to help the flock get away.
Follow Brightfield!
Back in the forest, it's a bad winter and apparently all the animals were going to freeze to death.
Bummer, this one's dead!
But luckily for them, the robot is there and pulls them all out and saves them. When the bird comes back, the robot decides it's time to go back where he came from. But then at the last second, he doesn't want to, causing a big hullabaloo and a climactic fight between the animals and the robots.
I know predators, and those are predators.
Oh, of course a large fire breaks out that somehow is easily extinguished, and no animals died. Well, at least as far as we know. All right, I think I got the whole plot there. Probably made some mistakes. First, let me talk about the things I did enjoy before I get into the things with the plot that kind of bothered me. Visually, I like the artwork. I'm not an artist, but I really did enjoy the overall look, especially those watercolor style backgrounds. It felt fresh compared to a lot of animated features we see these days. The acting is solid too. Pedro Pascal and Bill Nye are great. Is that how you say his name? And Matt Berry absolutely steals every scene he is in, as an outcast beaver. The score, however, didn't really work for me. It felt a little generic and it didn't seem like it was elevating the film as much as I would have liked. It did get nominated for an Oscar this year for Best Original Score. I don't really get it. Comment below and tell me why I'm wrong. I think on a micro level, this story works really well. The relationship between the robot and the duckling it orphaned, yeah, the one he made orphaned, explores some pretty great themes about parenthood and belonging. These intimate character interactions really land, and as a parent, I could relate. The moments showing the robot making mistakes and dealing with self-doubt feel genuine, even if it's coming from a robot, especially if you view it as a story about being a parent of an adopted child. But here's the thing. In the end, everything kind of goes back to the way it was. The robot goes back to Universal Dynamics and becomes a farmer again. And back in the forest, the animals are treating him like some folk hero, except now they live in some wooden hut peacefully together. I don't even want to think about what that hut's going to look like when they get hungry.
I see your problem.
The big issue I have with this film is the overall morals as far as humans' role with nature and the idea that nature needs technology to save itself. The movie positions this advanced robot as some mythical savior, particularly during the big winter crisis. While I was watching it, I was thinking, really? All these animals would have died if not for this robot? Well, good thing us humans are warming the planet, am I right? To me, this feels particularly tone-deaf when you consider that humans are responsible for about 60% of animal populations dying off since the 1970s. We're headed towards a future where the only wild animals left might be pigeons and rats, while the most numerous ones will be the ones we keep around to eat. Pigs, cows, chickens, and our pets. I'm not saying we're eating our pets. Maybe you are. I'm not judging.
Don't be afraid.
The film tries to soften its message by presenting Universal Dynamics, not humans as a whole, as the clear corporate villains screwing everything up. But this rings hollow when not a single other human or robot shows sympathy to nature. In this future, humanity seems confined to a single city, and their response to animals breaking into this vertical farm of theirs is immediate violence. They try to murder them all. This twisted reality makes the distinction of our good robot feel artificial, especially when his presence directly leads to multiple tragedies.
Brightbill!
Kids will probably love the friendship story and the big action sequences. The intimate character work lands, especially in exploring themes of belonging and choosing our own family. But I can't get past how the movie tries to have it both ways, criticizing big tech while celebrating this individual piece of technology as nature's savior. I know what you're thinking. Wesley, you are overthinking this. It is just a kid's movie. At the end of the day, you're probably right. I just think we shouldn't be teaching the moral that technology is going to be the only thing that's going to save our future and nature, when at the end of the day, nature's really messed up because of the technology that we've introduced to it. Ran over. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, you know what to do. See you next time. Bye.